You know, guys, it's been an extremely long time since I've uploaded a video. And I know I posted something on my community post thing, but for those of you guys who haven't seen it, or for those of you guys that don't know, I took a lot of time off from YouTube because I just needed to deal with a lot of things. Mainly, I wanted to get past my finals from community college so that I could transfer into university. And today was my last final and I passed it, meaning I am for sure 100% going into university as a transfer student. And I just needed to lock in for finals. So thank you guys so much for being patient. So thank you to everybody. I mean, the people that were wishing me good luck, people wanting me to come back, all of that shit means a lot to me. And we're gonna talk about all those personal great details in a separate video. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So now for the summer, the Scatmaster is back, guys. I mean, it is officially scat season, all right? You're about to see a whole shit ton of the Scatmaster. This might be the greatest thing ever. It might be the worst thing ever. It's probably gonna be the most annoying thing ever. But the Scatmaster is officially back and you're about to see a whole lot more of me. And guys, on the topic of good news, what happened to Call of Duty, guys? Yes, I've been gone for a very long time, but I guess we're in season 4 of COD, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have absolutely no flying fucking clue as to what's going on with Call of Duty. I know Black Ops 6 got announced. I don't really give a fuck about that right now. What I do give a fuck about is XDefiant, guys. XDefiant has been so much more than what a lot of us initially thought. Now, let me not get ahead of myself. Initially, everybody thought this was going to be the Call of Duty killer. And then, you know, Sledgehammer Games saw this as a threat and they started upping their content. They started communicating with us a lot more the way that the developers with XDefiant do. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of people were really rocking with MW 2019 Part 3 and Sledgehammer Games and Call of Duty, but XDefiant has finally launched. And what you're watching in the background are just some of my first gameplays with XDefiant. Now, I played a very little bit because, like I said, I was locked in for finals, so I didn't even play video games, to be completely honest. But the little moments that I had to play XDefiant, it has been such a breath of fresh air. I mean, this is genuinely some good shit that I'm playing. And I know a lot of people might think that I'm overhyping it and I'm just trying to talk shit to Call of Duty, but the truth is, well, that is kind of the truth as well, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the Scatmaster never caps, guys. XDefiant is actually good, but at the same time, Call of Duty has gotten so boring and so stale, and we've talked so much shit about it, we already know everything that's wrong with it. Of course, XDefiant looks like a golden nugget next to this fat pile of dog shit. And that's not to say that XDefiant's some perfect game, because honestly it's not. I mean, I have my own issues with XDefiant that I'll talk about in future videos, but so far, it has my attention. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun on it. And when it comes to Call of Duty, I haven't fucking touched it in like a month. And so while I'm not going to say XDefiant is the Call of Duty killer, because I don't really think there is killing Call of Duty, I will say this is the end of a very long run that Call of Duty's had with absolutely no competition. Like Battlefield 2025 or whatever it's called, like that game for the most part was absolute ass cheeks when it launched. The recent Halo game, when it launched, not very fun for a lot of people, very stale. Finally, in this modern era of Call of Duty, ever since MW 2019, Call of Duty has finally gotten its competition, and it is showing, because Call of Duty is scrambling to throw out their new content and tease Black Ops 6 and just get their name back in the mud. But truly, guys, XDefiant has done something that I genuinely did not expect. Like I said, there are some issues with this game, but the one thing that I have been praying for in this gaming community, especially with FPS games that could rival Call of Duty, is a launch that works, a launch that is fun, a launch that is going to captivate me, and a launch with enough content, quality and quantity. And guys, XDefiant literally hits all of those marks for me. And I realize I'm late to the party and you've probably heard a million people talk about this already, but this is something that on this channel I've talked about heavily, especially when it comes to Call of Duty. One of the best times in any given Call of Duty's life cycle is probably like season 3, 4, or 5, right? Like you never see the game pop off incredible. You never see season 1 be incredible. Season 2, never. Season 3 is usually where you start to see some shifts in Call of Duty, and it starts becoming a little bit more palatable. That is not a good thing, guys. It sounds like a good thing, but you've already lost your entire player count by that point. You've already lost so many people, and even if you do see some peaks around those times, it's never gonna compare to your launch. You had a window of opportunity to actually get something great, and more often than not, they miss it. Even a game that a lot of people like MW 2019 Part 3, they fuck up and they don't really do shit, and they launch their game with no original content. Here on XDefiant, you can say what you want about the player count. As far as I've seen, this shit's popping. How is it gonna be 2-3 months from now? I don't know, but the point is to live in the moment, and in the moment that we have right now is the launch window of XDefiant, and so far, so good. And I just want to take this as an opportunity to just give a big fat double middle finger fuck you to Call of Duty developers, majority of them at least, to Activision, to Bobby Cosby, and especially, if I had a third middle finger, I'll use my cock for this. Fuck you, Joe Cecott. You fucking weirdo. I might make an entire video just dedicated to this one fucking man, but this guy is literally responsible for what is wrong with Call of Duty. You guys want to see why so many people are hyping up XDefiant? It's because of the dog shit that's been within Call of Duty for the last 4 or 5 years, and a lot of those things are thanks to Joe Cecott. This guy had his head so far up his own ass, changing the fundamentals of Call of Duty and what makes Call of Duty fun, just to cater to a bunch of noobs and get money in exchange. I mean, this guy's literally a fucking prostitute. He's been sucking noobs' dicks for money for the last 4 or 5 years, and every single Call of Duty development team since MW 2019 has been following the exact same formula. For what? For money. Charging us $70 for all of those dog shit premium titles. XDefiant is free to play, and it's fun, and SBMM doesn't exist in it, and it's a good amount of content. It's refreshing. What more could you possibly want in a launch of a game that is going to compete with Call of Duty? Mark Rubin, great guy, great ass developer, great communicator. All of these other devs in the background that are working on XDefiant, good shit. Aches. Oh god, this guy, you know, this guy's a good guy. Never wrong, just early. I mean, this guy is a goat. When people are talking shit online, when people are saying, hey, this is not working, your game's broken, what's wrong with you guys? This guy actually responds, and sometimes Mark Rubin does too, with some fucking spice, with some flair. Some of you fucking COD fanboys leave your plate out on the open, and these motherfuckers put their meat on it. And I am so glad that XDefiant does nothing but fuel my urge to talk even more shit to the COD fanboys and gooch lickers. You guys are defending a game that sucks balls. I don't know what else to tell you. XDefiant is fun. Yes, it has its own issues. Like I said, it's still a little bit clunky here and there. The netcode could be worked on a little bit. The connection and the servers, you know, they're a little iffy every now and then, but these guys are already talking about working on that shit. It's gonna be updated in the next patch. I mean, these guys know what the fuck to do. And if I haven't said it already, it's free to play, guys. This is extremely important for your game. The landscape of how gaming is nowadays, it is so short term. I mean, people are just stupid. There are so many TikTok short bus riding morons that exist all over the internet and social media, and in gaming especially now, where people cannot for the life of them focus on anything for more than like 15-20 minutes. If you're going to have a game pop off, you cannot keep exploiting these types of dumbasses for money and charging them $70 every single year for crap. Just release a free-to-play title game. I guarantee you, if Call of Duty releases their next multiplayer free-to-play, that shit is going to be one of the greatest Call of Duties of all time. And I mean that wholeheartedly. XDefiant, yes, you can say it's biting off of Call of Duty in those areas. As far as I know, it's doing Call of Duty better than what Call of Duty's been doing itself for the last 5 years. This entire summer, I'm gonna be playing the shit out of it. And yeah, I'm gonna find issues, and there's gonna be things that I really enjoy, some things that I really dislike. We're gonna talk about all of it. But that's the whole point of this channel, is that we talk about the truth of what we're thinking and feeling. If Call of Duty is doing great, we're gonna say it's doing great. If it's dog shit, it's ass. And we're gonna talk shit. And that's what we do. And people are gonna get annoyed, they're gonna get offended, but hey, I mean, if they end up fixing something that we've been talking about, it's a dub for everybody. And same goes for XDefiant. So far, this launch has been incredible. It's been great. Yeah, some issues here and there, we'll talk about it. But it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Not only hold itself up as a great title on its own, but if they're motivating the Call of Duty developers because those scumbags are feeling threatened, I think it's a great thing that the COD devs are on their toes now. Have some motivation, have some competition. It brings out the best in everything, and that is exactly what Call of Duty needs. If Season 4 of COD is incredible, I thank XDefiant. If Season 5 is incredible, I thank XDefiant. If Black Ops 6 is incredible, at launch, we can attribute some of the inspiration that went towards that to XDefiant. You guys see how this shit works? And guys, since this game has come out, the numbers on viewership has been absolutely ridiculous. From my peers, to the people that have less subscribers to me, to the people over at the top, you know, people like Blame Truth even, at Narrow Cinema, people above them, their viewership is fucking ridiculous right now. And I'm not saying that's what I'm chasing after, okay guys? If I really wanted that, I would have said fuck my finals and I would have just been doing XDefiant, but no. And you know, since it's been like a month, I don't expect my viewership to be anything crazy, but I will say, it's refreshing to see. I mean, for the content creators out there, if you're fans of some of these content creators too, you've been seeing less and less videos because there's less and less motivation. Especially Call of Duty YouTubers, I mean, the viewership on COD has been ass cheeks for the last like 5-6 months. I'm seeing people upload on XDefiant. I mean, my homies Gilmore and Prime Pete, these guys are popping the fuck off. These guys are doing great. And it's for a reason. Obviously, I mean, XDefiant has just taken the gaming FPS world by storm, but when you compare the statistics to Call of Duty, it's night and day. And it's for a reason. XDefiant is actually good at launch. That's not to say that it's perfect, that's not to say that it's gonna remain this way, that's not to say that it's never gonna die, and that's not to say that it killed COD, but at least in this isolated moment, XDefiant is doing everything that it needs to be doing. I'm still gonna play Call of Duty every now and then. I mean, I still like ranked play, and now I have the entire summer, so yeah, I can play some more. But this is the whole point, is that if I'm feeling like really having a good time, you know which way I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to XDefiant, alright? That's just the truth, alright? There's no reason to overstress myself on Call of Duty for literally no reason. Yeah, I can do ranked play, but XDefiant's gonna have that in the future too. As far as I know right now, so far, XDefiant definitely has the lead. And to the Gooch Lickers, to Joe Seacott, to Bobby Cosby, to Activision, Infinity Ward especially, fuck you guys, suck my dick, the Scatmaster's back, and XDefiant is killing your shit right now. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Have you played XDefiant yet? What are your thoughts on it versus Call of Duty right now? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Foley. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
This ain't in my body.